Hundreds of fans are roaring with pride. They're outside the Elbow Room in Fort Lauderdale. This was yesterday, just hours after that big win.
The party does not stop there. Oh no, parade preps on Fort Lauderdale Beach are underway. The stage being set up on the sand as we speak, as South Florida is going to gather again to cheer on this team.
Local 10 covering all the excitement.
Our own Trent Kelly live this morning with a look at all the post-game fun and what fans can look forward to heading into this weekend. Hi, Trent.
Hey there, good morning, Alex and Eric. That's right, that epic win by the Florida Panthers leading to an epic victory lap by the team right here on Fort Lauderdale Beach yesterday. It comes as crews right behind me are right now preparing for that big victory celebration and parade set to happen this Sunday.
Local 10 News following the Stanley Cup. The back-to-back champions taking Lord Stanley on a victory tour. It started where it did last year at the Elbow Room before jumping on a golf cart and making its way inland. Hours earlier, Alexander Barkov and some of his teammates knocking on his neighbor's door at 5 o'clock in the morning.
Coming out or what?
Yes, he's coming.
Just to show off the championship trophy.
You asked for this.
The victory tour continuing to Matthew Tkachuk's home for a pool party. The team even waving at our Sky 10 cameras.
Did you sleep?
I got a couple hours in, but we're running a little bit on empty, but yeah, fantastic.
Tkachuk waving at our camera as the cup led the way to the next stop. One after another, the Panthers making their way to dinner at Earl's Kitchen and Bar on Las Olas, while also making time for their diehard fans.
We've got Carter in the back. It's emotional. I mean, if someone had told us last year that we would win back-to-back after so many years of trying to win just one Stanley Cup, I don't think anyone would have believed it.
Meantime, on Fort Lauderdale Beach, crews have been busy prepping for the big victory parade, now planned for this Sunday. Fans decked out in their prized Panthers gear.
I think it's going to be great. I can't wait to come. I'll be back here on Sunday.
Just to see them in person and celebrating all the hard-earned work, it's fantastic.
The parade route set to run down A1A from Realmar Street to Southeast 5th Street, ending at that big championship stage.
Sunrise Boulevard, there'll be limited access there, and Las Olas Boulevard, there'll also be limited access. So please do not try to use those roads to get onto the beach.
Yeah, and in addition to those road closures, officials tell us there's also going to be a lot of limited parking here in this area, especially along A1A because of that parade. That's why they're encouraging people to either carpool, ride with a friend, or better yet, just take an Uber or a Lyft. Meantime, back to that epic victory lap that we saw by the Panthers yesterday, Alex and Eric. I mentioned this earlier, but one thing we didn't see yesterday that we saw last year was Lord Stanley taking a dip in the ocean. Apparently, the team was advised not to do that. The salt water not too great for the Stanley Cup. But you know, those victory parades, as we saw last year, they can be pretty unpredictable. So we'll have to see if the team follows that advice come Sunday. That parade, by the way, set to begin around noontime on Sunday. Alex, Eric, back to you.
Yeah, you know, it is really exciting, and it was an interesting note, Trent, yesterday about making sure that it does not take a dip in the ocean again this year. Like, there were hints to that earlier, and then the confirmation came later too. So definitely exciting. A lot of people.
Yeah, the team behaved, it seems. They followed that advice for now.
So not in the ocean, but all over parts of Fort Lauderdale yesterday. The big question is this morning, where will the cup pop up today?
Yeah.
Any buzz, any rumors? Are you hearing anything out there, Trent?
No, and I got to be honest with you guys, compared to yesterday, it's pretty dead out here. I know we were talking a lot about people staying up the whole night. Well, I think finally maybe that Red Bull has worn off. Maybe they're finally getting some sleep for now. But you got to rest up because you know it's going to amp up out here come this weekend, especially on Sunday. So get that rest and pace yourself.
We all know that feeling well. It's called hitting the wall.
Yes.
After going nonstop for several days in a row. But again, it's rest and recover and right back at it heading into this weekend. And by the way, South Florida, if you see the cup out there this morning throughout the day, make sure you let us know where it is because we want to show the party that you know is continuing somewhere.
Yeah, let us know. Let us know. We would love to get it on the air, do whatever we could do with it because it is a very, very exciting time. And a lot of people, as you mentioned there, Trent, they are resting up ahead of Sunday.
Big parade.
Yes.
Trent Kelly live for us this morning in that Parade of Champions. All along Fort Lauderdale Beach is Sunday. Local 10 will have live full coverage of all of the excitement.
All right, we will be right there celebrating with all you Cats fans. Look to the right of your screen. There's going to be our Local 10 crew set up all along A1A as the Cats and the Cup make their way to the festivities. You don't want to miss all the action this Sunday. It's going to be starting at 11 a.m.